From New Hanover County Schools Television, three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media, this is your School News.
Welcome to your school news for the week of October 19th through the 25th, 2015. I'm Louis Behar.
And I'm Justin Hackling. Topping our newscast this week, Rachel's Challenge events take New Hanover County Schools by storm. America's top anti-bullying speaker, Tom Thelen, speaks to students at Murray Middle, and New Hanover County Schools plan Unity Day.
The month of October is National Bullying Prevention Month, and the New Hanover County Schools held a number of different activities across the district.
Our top stories this week highlight two of the biggest events held in the district last week.
All middle and high schools held Rachel's Challenge events. Rachel's Challenge is a national nonprofit organization designed to equip and inspire individuals to replace acts of violence, bullying, and negativity with acts with respect, kindness, and compassion. With a complete report on the event is Owen Shields.
Every student at Noble Middle School gathered in the school gym to hear about the life and global impact of one girl, Rachel Scott, who was the first victim in the 1999 shooting at Columbine High School. Scott was the first of 12 students and one teacher who were shot and killed at the school in Littleton, Colorado. But her voice for kindness and love lives on through Rachel's Challenge, a movement inspiring students to replace violence, bullying, prejudice, and hate with acts of compassion, respect, and kindness.
Rachel's dad, he began getting invited to speak in locations where he would begin to share his daughter's story. And people were so impacted by that story that it expanded and others began to share her story as well. Family members got involved, close friends of the family, and now we have over 30 presenters during the fall each school year who travel the country speaking in schools, sharing her story.
During the presentation, students were first given 5 challenges based on 2-page code of ethics Rachel had written a month before her death. Look for the best in people and give 3 chances to do so. Dream big. Write your goals on paper and journal the progress. Choose positive influences and be surrounded by them. Speak with kindness because words can hurt or heal. Start a chain reaction by telling someone you love them. During the event, Noble students were shown raw news footage of the Columbine aftermath, home videos of Rachel, and recorded interviews with Rachel's friends and family who shared the impact she had on their lives. From their accounts, Rachel Scott was not afraid to stand up for those who were bullied in school, those who were new at school, or those who acted, looked, or distressed differently.
It was just like it really touched me because it's just sad to see how this girl is she's 13, she had such powerful statements to prove to the world. And it even moved me even more when this man called her father up and said the dream, and then it was just on the page with the 13 tears of the 13 people that had passed away.
I thought today's presentation was inspiring. It inspired me to start doing new things and talking to other people outside of my friends, like meeting new people and talking to other people.
I felt overwhelmed with joy, and I feel inspired to be kind to more people.
Rachel Scott's life included her poems, essays, and journals found after death have impacted more than 19 million people since her dad and stepmom started Rachel's Challenge. During the course of this school year, students in both middle and high school will be introduced to Rachel's Challenge and have a chance to start a chain reaction of kindness and compassion here in New Hanover County. Reporting for your school news, this is Owen Shields.
Another big event held as a part of National Bullying Prevention Month was Victim Proof with Tom Thelen. Mr. Thelen is one of America's top anti-bullying speakers. He has spoken at over 500 schools, colleges, and youth organizations, teaching students how to break free from the victim mindset and how to stand up to bullying. We have a report on his presentation is YSN reporter Kathy Kale.
How I Learned to Overcome Bullying is an empowering program. With financial support from Independence Mall, Tom Thelen, author of Victim Proof and one of America's top anti-bullying speakers, showcased his message to the students of Murray Middle School. Mr. Thelon's theory is you can't control whether or not you're bullied, but you can control whether or not you become a victim. Tom explained the definitions of bullying and opened up, offering his own personal experiences. He was able to instantly bring himself to the level of the students.
Well, you know, I always say that relationships are built on shared experiences. And that's what I always say to teachers is that, you know, you might not be a middle schooler anymore today, but you went through middle school. It's so easy for us as adults to kind of forget the challenges that we went through. But when you open up with some of your heart, you know, and say, hey, my life wasn't perfect when I was 13 either, that builds a bridge to kids. And that's what I try to do when I speak. I try to share real life stories that connect with the heart.
As a youth speaker, Tom's message took students on a journey through his own life story. A normal, face-in-the-crowd kid who never struggled with drugs or alcohol, but instead lived with a victim mindset. Thankfully, one teacher stepped in and helped him break free from the bullying cycle. He discussed how thoughts turn into actions and actions become habits, which in turn become a part of your character.
I thought the presentation was very good. I feel like Tom knew exactly what he was talking about, and he had a lot of good examples from his life and what he'd been through to show everyone else.
Oh, I know one of my friends said that it wasn't that important, it was really stupid, but for people that have gone through bullying, I think it's really important to them and they know how to handle it now. So I think it's really important, yeah.
I thought it was really inspirational and he had some really good points because bullying is a problem, but the steps that Murray's really taking to eliminate it this year is just amazing.
Mr. Thelon's program offered adaptable solutions. Murray students discovered how to drop the victim mindset, take responsibility for life, break free from hurts and insecurities, and apply bully-proofing strategies that work. Reporting for your school news, this is Kathy Kale.
Finally, New Hanover County Schools has a few more special Bullying Prevention Month events planned. This week, Murray Middle School students will create and perform bullying prevention awareness plays and skits the entire week during the mastery period, 8:30 a.m. to 9:10 a.m. Then on October the 21st, the school system goes orange for the National Unity Day. All across the district, students and staff will wear the color to show their support to end the efforts of bullying.
Now, when your school news continues, we have an exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have the reports on plans get underway for Best Foot Forward 2016. Calendar Committee makes plans for a second meeting, and Transition Advisory Team will hold a 2015 Transition Fair.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Young, who got some good minutes in the first half, hits the jumper. Tiffany Young, a junior from Hillsboro, Alabama, has 4. Young, 17-footer, got it. And Tiffany Young with a sensational performance.
Sandy Beach and Sidekick Books use their expert skills to find out why, when...
Oh, I'll never get out of here. Reference Stacks Books pronto. Oh, man. This should help with that project on Africa. Cool. Thanks, Super Librarian. Books. Someone's caught on the web.
Want to know something? Start here.
Welcome back to Your School News. Miss Williams' Earth Environmental Science students at Laney High School built 3D models to represent various topics in astronomy. Topics covered during the lesson included an understanding of astronomical phenomena, an introduction to the tools and techniques of modern observational astronomy, the history of the understanding of the solar system, the nature of the sun, the space exploration of Mars, Jupiter, and other planets. The Laney students learned that astronomy is still one of the few sciences where amateurs can still play an active role, especially in the discovery and observation of temporary phenomena. In fact, amateur astronomers have made and contributed to many important astronomical discoveries.
Things have started gearing up for the Best Foot Forward, New Hanover County's biggest night of entertainment. The participants in the 2016 edition of the production met last week for a pre-production training session. Everyone received this year's workbook and were briefed on the details of the production. Musical directors were given all the information regarding the pre-recording process, from the music mixes to local enhancements. J.K. Lofton, manager of Cape Fear Sound Studio, fielded a host of questions from the group surrounding stripping vocals from CDs to creating original musical masters. Those involved in stage management discussed the arrangement of props and set pieces. Safety issues were a hot topic, and set art director Tim McCoy shared with the group all the steps being taken this year to ensure a safe program. School treasurers were also in attendance, and they were trained in this year's ticket and DVD sales process and procedures. The meeting then focused on the production timeline and the importance of each step of the action plan. Best Foot Forward is scheduled for March 18th in Brogden Hall.
Forest Hills Global Elementary School has received the 2015 National Healthy Schools Bronze Award for leading comprehensive health, physical activity, and wellness efforts during the 2014-2015 school year. Earlier in October, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation recognized Forest Hills with the National Healthy Schools Award at its annual Leaders Summit in Washington, D.C., for transforming its environment into a healthier place. To earn this award, Forest Hills improved its nutrition and wellness services and physical activity programs to meet or exceed stringent standards set by the Alliance for Healthier Generations Healthy Schools program. As a recipient of the Bronze Award, the school has made a rule that ice cream and chips are out and fresh fruits and vegetables are in. These changes in the cafeteria are part of a larger school-wide effort to promote healthy habits and build a more positive learning environment. The school has also introduced a building, Our Kids Success Fitness program, before school to provide students with a chance to get moving and release their energy before classroom instruction.
The school system's 2016-2017 calendar committee will hold its second meeting this week at 4:00 p.m. in room 301 of the administration building at 6410 Carolina Beach Road. The calendar committee representatives will be bringing information gathered from their constituents to the meeting. Teachers and parents who wish to provide input should contact their calendar committee representative for their school level. The meeting is open to the public. A final draft of each of the 2016-17 school year calendars will be presented to the Board of Education for approval at November 2015 board meeting. Speaking of the calendar, at the October 6th regular board meeting, the New Hanover County Board of Education approved for all New Hanover County school calendars to move election primary teachers workday previously scheduled for Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016 to Tuesday, May 15, 2016. House Bill 373 was recently signed by Governor Pat McCrory and is now law. The bill held a new election for the presidential preference and regular primaries.
As a part of North Carolina Disabilities Employment Awareness Month being observed in October, the New Hanover County Schools Transition Advisory Team will hold the 2015 Transition Fair for parents and students with disabilities and special needs. The fair will be held on Tuesday, October 27th, beginning at 9:30 a.m. at Cape Fear Community College Union Station. Admission is free and no registration is required. Wilmington area agencies and employers will be available to speak with students and parents. Evening events start at 5 p.m. with agencies available to speak with students and parents until 6:30 p.m. There will also be evening breakout sessions. The fair is designed to expose students and parents to the employment and educational opportunities, as well as the community services that are available to them in the greater Wilmington area.
Now don't go away. Coming up, the students at Carolina Beach Elementary meet the area firefighters.
Plus, we have our new segment, Education Index, and the Lunch Below Fair.
Your school news will continue after the break.
body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
On race day, both fans and drivers get a lot of seat time. But staying idle too long can hurt your performance. I'm Casey Kane, asking you to make healthy decisions. Take a walk, play with your kids, or take the stairs. Any activity will give you an edge. You've got a choice. Get moving. Eat smart, move more. North Carolina.
60-inch screen, high definition. Football season is coming up. You can watch it right here. What do you think?
I'll take it.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You're right. I don't need it.
Welcome back to Your School News. It's time for our Education Index, a look around the nation and the world at some of the top stories in education. Topping the index, 15 states in the District of Columbia have adopted and are beginning to carry out the next generation science standards. And as these standards unfold, teachers are saying that they lack resources to help bring the new standards to students. Stepping in, the Teaching Channel, and partnerships with Achieve, who have developed and released 4 new videos of classroom lessons aligned to the science standards. The next generation science standards have 3 dimensions: cross-cutting concepts, and scientific and engineering practices, and disciplinary core ideas, and can seem somewhat complicated than other standards on paper. The Teaching Channel also has other videos explaining those dimensions and visions behind the new standards. Extreme weather is prompting school systems to think outside the box to figure out alternatives for students losing too many days in the classroom. But one solution in Alabama, called E-Days, is sparking anger among some parents. The E-Days, fashioned around virtual classrooms, allow learnings to continue without utilizing makeup days and provide an option for learning during extreme weather, flu epidemics, and other unforeseen events. However, parents say that requirements put an undue burden on them to stay at home with their children those days, potentially missing work. Across the nation. School calendars are routinely hampered by severe weather. But we now live in a wired world. Students already talk online, text, play video games, surf, and do things in more innovative, tech-savvy ways than those of us in the older generation even knew about. Many believe we should harness those virtual world skill sets to make up for the physical inadequacies and inconveniences the real world puts in front of us. Finally, parents who are uneasy about their own math skills often worry about how best to teach the subject to their kids. Well, there's an app for that, tons of them. In fact, in a study published in Journal Science say that at least one of them worked pretty well for the elementary school children and math-anxious parents. A team from the University of Chicago used demographically diverse group of first graders and their parents, nearly 600 in all. Across a wide band of Chicago, one group set used an iPad app called Bedtime Math, built by a non-profit with the same name. The No Frills app uses stories and sound effects to present kids with math problems that they can solve with their parents. Results from the study suggest doing bedtime math with your kid can help advance their math achievement over the school year and might even be helpful to parents who are a little bit nervous about their own math ability. And that's this week's Education Index, a quick look at some of the interesting education stories from around the nation and world. Now don't go away, we'll be right back with the Lunch Bell Affair. School news on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net.
I have been a teen court volunteer for 4 years. Teen court is an alternative system of justice. Student volunteers assume the roles of attorneys and jurors. This process empowers our generation to take responsibility for problems of crime and violence in our schools and community. If you know someone who may benefit from teen court or would like to become involved, please visit the Community Mediation Center on the web or call 362-8000.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Welcome back to Your School News. It's time now for this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. Gone are the days of mystery meat and the crabby hairnet-wearing lunch lady. Across the county, school lunchrooms have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover. Hunter Ledman, our lunch menu analyst, joins us now with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the new Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Thanks. You're sitting in class and your stomach is starting to rumble. Finally, the bell rings and it's time for lunch. Woohoo! After all that time in class, you deserve a chance to head to the cafeteria and sit down, relax, and enjoy the company of your friends over a great lunch. Well, this week we have lots of great items on the menu. Let's get right to the boards and take a look at this week's menu. On Tuesday, October 20th, treat your tummy with chicken and waffles, Salisbury steak with a biscuit, or buffalo chicken pizza entree. On the side, Redskin mashed potatoes with gravy, a garden salad, and fresh fruit to complete your meal. On Wednesday, October 21st, the main entree for the day is orange chicken with rice and an egg roll. If that doesn't entice your taste buds, then you can also choose either a corn dog nuggets or a bacon cheeseburger. On the sides, choose glazed carrots, a garden salad, or spiced apples. On Thursday, October 22nd, choose entree. Your entrees include beefaroni with a breadstick, a chicken fajita with Spanish rice, or a bacon cheeseburger. On the side, Great Northern beans, a garden salad, or fresh fruit. On Friday, October 23rd, your cafeteria goes Italian popcorn chicken with a roll as the main entree. If a Taste Italy isn't for you, then you can choose either a meatball hoagie or a pork chop sandwich. On the side, carrot sticks, a garden salad, or diced peaches. For the weekend, I've got my healthy tip. Movie theater popcorn is ridiculously high in fat. If you just can't go to the movie without snacks, then pop a 100-calorie bag in the microwave popcorn at your home and take it with you. If you're watching a movie at home, portion out any snacks into a small bowl rather than eating directly from the bag or container. Finally, on Monday, October 26th, beat the Monday blues with a great lunch. On the menu is a chicken parmesan sandwich, beef taco with Spanish rice, chicken cheesesteak. On the side, barbecue pinto beans, or a frozen fruit cup. October is National Apple Month. Did you know that the crab apple is the only apple native to North America? Apples come in all shades of reds, greens, and yellows. 2 pounds of apples make 1 9-inch pie, and the best of all, apples are fat, sodium, and cholesterol free. Now let's review this week's menu lineup. On Tuesday, enjoy chicken and waffles. Wednesday, taste the Orient with orange chicken with rice and egg roll. Thursday's beefaroni with a breadstick. Friday, one of my favorites, popcorn chicken with a roll. Then on Monday, October 26th, a chicken parmesan sandwich. That's what's on slate for lunch at your school's cafeteria, so don't miss out any of these nutritious, delicious, and healthy meals. With the Lunch Bill of Fare, I'm Hunter Ledman, and back to you.
Thanks, Hunter. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill of Fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of healthful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now don't go away. Coming up, the students at Carolina Beach Elementary meet the area firefighters. Your School News will continue after the break.
When you see and hear the following statement just before your favorite program,
the following program is made possible with the support of...
Pay attention, because the messages and announcements that follow give credit to our corporate and community partners who are making a great business investment by showing their backing for the students and schools here in New Hanover County. Please show your support to our underwriters whose names and logos are associated with the shows produced by New Hanover County Schools Television by saying thank you when you enter their places of business or visit their offices. For those businesses and organizations that would like to join our roster of underwriters and benefit from the corporate sponsorship of one of our programs, then give us a call at 254-4106. And thanks again to all our sponsors and those who support them.
Welcome back to Your School News. Carolina Beach firefighters visited Carolina Beach Elementary School this week.
The firefighters talked about the equipment they used and the clothing they wore to fight fires. Jackets, helmets, and oxygen masks were some of the equipment that the Carolina Beach Fire Department brought in for the show and tell.
The firefighters also spoke about preventing fires like turning off ovens and candles. Not only that, the firefighters showed the students what to do during a fire, like listening to the fire alarm and stop, drop, roll.
The firefighters gave out helmets to the students and took them to the gigantic fire truck parked outside.
Both teachers and students learned the parts of the fire truck with the ladder and the water hose.
The students were excited and full of energy during the firefighters' visit at the school. The students during the visit were able to ask questions and extend their learning about fire safety, prevention, and evacuation.
That does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories, Rachel's Challenge events took New Hanover County schools by storm. America's top anti-bullying speaker, Tom Thelen, spoke to students at Murray Middle, and New Hanover County schools plan to go orange on Unity Day, October 21st.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online, and don't forget to start your morning with our light and lively morning show weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Louis Behar.
And I'm Justin Hackling. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network.
Have a great day.